Hello, I'm Ethan. Welcome to the False Start Podcast. I'm here with my host Francis and Riley. So today, big news coming out of the NFL. Bill Belichick, sources close to the Patriots have told the NFL world that he's on the hot seat, and close friends of his are concerned about his job security. Arguably the greatest coach of all time could be fired this coming year if he does not make the playoffs. I mean, Patriots' expectations are always high considering their historical record. Obviously, no more Tom Brady. A few weapons here and there on offense and defense, but not too much you can do. Riley, what do you think about this?
I think that Robert Kraft would be an idiot, like a bad owner, if he lets go one of the greatest coaches that the game has ever seen. He's been there from like the lows and highs, and I feel like if he has like a few more years with Mac Jones and more good drafts, and they potentially can sign Dalvin Cook, they could be back in the playoffs yet again.
It's an interesting take, Francis. What do you think about this?
I personally believe it's not a good decision. Honestly, the man who developed Tom Brady into the man he is, got him 7 Super Bowl rings. I mean, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a 7th, but he got 6 with the Patriots. And I mean, like, he developed that team with, what's his name? Brandon Cooks, all those receivers out that core. Also the GM of the team, all the drafts he's made, all of the decisions of the signings he's made. It's really coming from him. And he has a big influence on who comes onto the team and who stays on the team. This is how good of a coach he is. Since the beginning, he has been there, and he, instead of when Drew Bledsoe got injured, instead of trying to coast it out, trying to tank, he brought in Tom Brady and made him the man he is. I personally don't think it's a good decision.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I mean, this could very well be the beginning of the end for the Patriots. Could be entering a rebuilding phase. Obviously, a few very strange drafts recently from Bill Belichick. If you want to call and give your opinion on this, come on in and call at 404-888-9999 if you want to call about this topic. All right. Waiting on a caller. And it seems as though we do have one. Hello, are you there?
Yep. Hello.
All right. Hi. Yeah, all right. So do you think that this is the beginning of the end for the Patriots?
Subject. So, Tom Brady, he has been in the league for the past couple of years, and Bill Belichick, he has been able to make him become the man that he is. Tom Brady has won, 7 or 6 Super Bowls and everything. Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches of all time, and I think that the Patriots should keep him as their head coach. Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches of all time, undoubtedly. And if he can help Mac Jones become the QB that he can be, then I don't think that they should fire him.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, maybe do you think that Belichick should just stay in coaching, but maybe step down from GM and let somebody new take the role of building the roster, or should Belichick stay in that role and continue building around what he thinks is best for the team?
I mean, I think Bill Belichick should stay at the position he is at right now. But he is getting a bit older, which may have its disadvantages of, maybe getting a new head coach or something like that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an understandable argument. Thank you for calling in. We really do appreciate your time. And the take, it seems as though the take for everybody is very, very similar. All right, again, thank you for calling in. We will see you next time about this subject. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. All right, so moving on to our next subject. So the NBA draft, obviously taking place not too long ago. And there have been a few steals. Summer League, obviously, just concluding. What do you guys think? Who do you think was the best? Who do you think so far looks the most promising out of everyone that came out of this draft?
Well, other than the big names of Victor Wembanyama, Scoot Henderson, and Brandon Miller, I think the clear steal of this draft fell to the 20th pick, which is Cam Whitmore. He has been really good defensively and a really good scorer. Actually, one game he had 25 points and about 8 steals, and I think he undoubtedly should not have fell out of the top 5.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Francis, what do you think?
I personally, the one who looks most promising to me is Scoot Henderson. In the one game he played in, the limited minutes he played in, he was phenomenal. And honestly, Cam Whitmore as well. He's been a great defensive asset, amazing scorer. Surprising he fell down that low, but I heard he had an injury that made him fall down. Brandon Miller is a guy who he needs to polish. He's fouled too much. His foul tendency needs to go down. And all these players, I mean, Wembanyama is Wembanyama. That's the guy. He's obviously going to be one of the best players. But I personally think the one who's most promising is Scoot Henderson. If he can just stay healthy, I think he can be one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, I definitely think so. You guys both have some very interesting opinions as well. Cam Whitmore obviously showing out in the summer league. Emoni Bates also not doing too bad as well. I think he's showing flashes. I mean, maybe he could be a role player for the first few years of his career, maybe evolve. All right. I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining us here on False Start Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined here by my hosts, Riley and Francis. Thank you very much for listening again. We will see you next time.